Yes, that's right. We are Word has it that Inazuma has undergone many changes of late.
These guests are all bards, aren't they? Huh. Strange. Huh? Why's that? Oh, Paimon sees what you're getting at. Even though Venti no longer rules over... If he came rushing to Inazuma at the first mention of a festival, not only would it seem a little childish, it would also sort of be shameless of him, too.
Mr. Honorary Knight, Paimon!
It's Klee! Were you...
No, Albedo's the one, but because everyone in the Knights of Favonius has been really busy...
Greetings, Traveler and Paimon. After hearing that...
Ha! Paimon knew it! Albedo's the one they've invited to paint the...
It seems that you already know why I'm here. Just so you're aware, I'll be using my pen name in Inazuma, Calx. Oh, by the way, do you know where the International Trade Association is?
Yeah, the International Trade Association is where you'll be staying in Inazuma.
Great. Let's get going then.
Wow, it's so beautiful here! So many things I've never seen before.
Slow down, Klee. Please be careful. Telling Klee so many... As a result, she could hardly sleep all the way here. Strange. It seems that the editorial director, Mr. Hirayama, isn't here. Well, Mr. Hirayama was supposed to meet with me and give me some reference materials about the 5 Kasen today. That way...
You mean you had no idea what you'd be painting before you arrived in Inazuma?
I only know of the 5 Kasen by name. Because of the sheer age of the tale, very little has been passed down to this day. I'm the type of painter who can complete a painting quickly as long as I'm inspired.
So when do the paintings have to be...
According to the festival plans, the portraits will be revealed one at a time throughout the various stages of the Irodori Festival.
The day after tomorrow? Then you're already running...
There's no need to panic. When I was working on light novel illustrations, because the manuscripts are shipped by boat, just last month, to ensure that... I heard that my illustrations were sent to print as soon as they arrived in Inazuma. I still don't know how well they turned out.
Paimon isn't sure she should feel sympathetic for your working conditions or compliment you on your artistic genius.
Of course, I would still prefer to receive any possible reference materials in advance, so that I can be better prepared.
Oh, right! The editors of the Yai Publishing House will all be around the Outlander of... Who knows? Maybe Mr. Hirayama's over there, too. We'll take you up...
Alright, it's worth a try. Klee, you haven't slept for a while now.
Okie dokie. Don't worry, Albedo. I'll be on...
This can't be happening. Kuroda and I...
Despite everything, we're still lucky that we found out today. If this had happened a few days later, then we'd... Hey, do you think that suspicious guy they found in the warehouse has anything to do with this?
Well, the editorial director is on his way over there to investigate the
Sorry to interrupt, but what...
Oh, hey,
I'm looking for the editorial director, Mr. Hirayama.
Mr. Hirayama...
Oh, hold on. Excuse me. But you must be Calx.
Yes, that's me.
My name is Kuroda. You must be inquiring. I do apologize, but please make yourself comfortable at the international...
Oh, no need. You guys look super busy, so we could...
well...
Excuse me, but...
Huh?
Since you were all aware that Mr. Hirayama needed to send me some supporting materials, to add to that, despite being aware that I am Calx, you were still unwilling to let me go to Mr. Hirayama directly. After considering these factors, the only reason you would try to stall me is if something happened to a Legend of Sword, which I'd...
Well, I'm very sorry. Earlier today, someone spotted a suspicious outlander sneaking around inside the Iridori The Tenryou Commission was concerned about potential cargo theft, so they contacted everyone who was renting space in the warehouse. It was then that we realized that the latest copies of A Legend of Sword had suddenly gone missing.
What? The books are missing?
Shh, not so loud. Not only is this book an eagerly anticipated release in the last phase of the Iridori Festival, but the author, Jinyu, will be personally attending the release party as well.
Because of the dire situation, Mr.
I see. If Mr. Hiro...
So the author of A Legend of Sword is Jade.
Oh, do you know him?
Shincho would definitely be upset if he discovers his books are...
Festivals always attract so many people. Ugh. Fingers crossed he comes traveling.
I'm here on behalf of the Tenryou.
No, Sarah, Paimon was so...
Considering the evidence,
As I have told you, you are a suspect. Before your allegations of theft and illegal entry as a stowaway traveler, Paimon.
Listen, Sarah. Knowing him, it's safe to say that he wasn't behind the theft. But what's this about being a stowaway?
Although he claims to be a special guest for the Iridori Festival, he's failed to present his invitation letter. Therefore, we can only And just a moment ago, we caught him in a dandelion wine crate near the Sailing Breeze. If it would help shed any light on the situation...
Oh, Venti!
ouch, your words wound me. We've been apart for You arrived in Inazuma via similar means, or so I heard. You of all people should be more
Similar means?
I merely jest. Fear not, for the person who sent me the invitation is none other than...
But why weren't you on the same...
Well, once I received the invitation letter, I couldn't help but want to come to Inazuma a little early. It was then that I happened upon a cargo ship bound for Inazuma transporting dandelion. Once aboard, I found the captain to be a kindred spirit, and I was treated to an abundance of fine liquor along the way. And when I woke up, I found myself in this warehouse.
Coming from Venti, this story is quite believable.
Excuse me, I'm the owner of the stolen goods from the IA publishing house. Based on what you just said, it seems you've been in the warehouse for some time now.
Actually, I did hear some faint footsteps around me a couple of times.
But if you clearly heard something, why didn't you feel it was unusual?
What?
When it comes to burglars, they are generally associated with prying or rummaging through things. As for the sound of footsteps, because this is a warehouse where many...
I see. But if that's the case, then we're back to square one regarding this.
No, not quite. From the facts that have been presented, first, whoever took the novels is not a spur-of-the-moment burglar. They had their sights on the books from the very beginning. Second, the culprit was very familiar with the warehouse, and might even have a key. And third, I knew you'd catch on, Traveler. One person couldn't possibly transport so many heavy... It goes without saying that Venti clearly does...
Yes, I agree with your... Mr. Hirayama, the Tenryou Commission will...
Yes, understood.
I suppose I'm free as a bird.
Not so fast. Even though we've cleared the theft allegations, we still...
Aw, 'tis a shame. I thought surely after my honest account...
Sarah's quite the meticulous one.
Yes, the invitation letter. Don't be mistaken. I was well aware of how important it was. But I didn't bring any... Strange. Though I had a little too...
If you were holding the invitation in your hand...
Well, to properly compare the taste of Mondstadt wine, I couldn't both hold the invitation and a glass...
In which case, I believe...
You're way ahead of...
yes!
This is indeed an invitation. However, starting tonight, I would advise you to now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be leaving now.
There goes Zara. All right, let's go.
Mr. Hiroyama, I'm Calx. We had original.
Ah, yes, so you are Calx. I'm very sorry that you've arrived in Inazuma only to find such a mess. These are the materials regarding the 5 Kasen.
Let's see here. Yes, it's just as I had suspected. Monikers such as Suiko and Aoi no Okina aren't the real names of the 5 Kasen. Though there were once many stories regarding each of the 5 Kasen, the validity of their contents can no longer be verified in present. But, at the very least, we know that most of the stories were written according to a similar style, so there is still something we may glean from this.
So, is the info useful for your paintings, Albedo?
To some extent, yes. However, I must admit that it is still lacking and fails to fulfill the most crucial element. Inspiration.
I am sorry that this information is not as exhaustive as you had hoped. However, it is not possible to gather anything more, though Lady Yae did say that there are many variations of the story about the 5 Kasen. So all you need to do is follow through with what's in your own heart, and...
That does sound like something Miko would say.
Thank you, Mr. Hiroyama. No need to worry.
Great. Tomorrow morning, Mr. Genyu, the author of a legend, whether the stolen books are eventually recovered or not, you have my gratitude. I'll be going.
Well, seems there's... Huh? Betty!
Traveler, Albedo, would you...